Today's video is my monthly favorites. The foundation that I'm wearing is one that I'm reviewing, so this isn't my favorite foundation, but I will talk about my favorite foundation. Currently, I've been loving to use the Makeup Forever HD Skin Foundation. I've been traveling with it. I feel like it's adjustable coverage. It's enough coverage to where I can cover something, you know, like redness or breakouts or something like that, or I can really thin this formula out and it just gives me like a tinted moisturizer effect. It lasts all day. I love it. If you would like to see me use this, I used this in my travel video recently, so I will link that below, where you can get ready with me in my hotel room. Right now though, I'm reviewing the Patrick Ta Major Skin Hydra Luxe Luminous Foundation. Such a long name. If that video is up, which I believe it will be before this one, I will go ahead and link that below. For bronzer, I have been loving, this is not gonna be a shock to anybody, In Beauty Project Face Glaze Bronze Gel Cream. God, this looks so good just on my skin by itself, and it gives me the perfect amount of warmth. Oh my God. I don't know what I did without this, honestly. That's how I feel. I'm using a BK Beauty 106, and I do have a discount code with BK Beauty, and that is Mallory 10. I will put that in the info box below, along with everything that I mentioned today. But I love this bronzer because it's like kind of like a traditional gel bronzer. It's got shimmer in it. If you don't like shimmer, I would say it's visible when you look up close, but it's like a golden shimmer that really gives a nice golden shift in the sun. So it looks very beautiful. It makes you look very sun-kissed, and you can just quickly apply this to either over foundation, over your coverage products, or by itself. And I feel like In Beauty killed it with this bronzer, I feel. If you saw the travel video, then you've seen me use the IT Cosmetics Sun Blush Glow with Confidence Blush. This is the shade Sun Blossom. Look at this. Like, what? It's so pretty. It's such a pretty shade. I know my nails look awful right now. I took off my own gel manicure because it chipped, and I go through phases. Put the nails on, take the nails off. Put the nails on, take the nails off. This shade, Sun Blossom, is such a beautiful, warm, peachy shade. I feel like it's a really good shade that would look good now and transition you into fall. It just gives you so much warmth. And if you're very fair like I am, it's really nice. Just give me that peachy warmth. This concealer has been giving me life of life. Laura Mercier Real Flawless Concealer. This is the shade 1C1. I love this for it, you know, it being a little pinky, so it cancels out the darkness really well. And girl, you know I need that, so I'm just gonna apply this. Now, if you saw my get ready with me in my hotel room, then you saw that I was enjoying baking, and I still do, but I have another powder that I am just like, I really like the simplicity of and how it looks with this concealer in particular, which I will show you. This is full coverage without feeling heavy. The Rare Beauty powder in porcelain. Now here's the thing, this is a tinted powder. I wasn't like blown away with it the first time I tried it. I really wasn't. I wasn't like something I was like, oh my God, like the YSL powder that I talked about recently. But the more I used this, the more I was like, oh, this looks really good with this concealer. And it just gives me such a nice finish, and I can apply it throughout the day without it getting dry looking. This is with the Rare Beauty tinted powder, and this is without. I just really like that it blurs, but I like the tint a little bit. I like a little bit of coverage, which is crazy for me, honestly. Having a little bit of coverage over my concealer with my dark circles is not something I've always liked, but definitely liked now. And I feel like this powder is so just beautifully silky, just enough tint there to make a difference without it changing the color of your concealer or anything like that. I really like this powder, and the packaging is great to throw in your bag. It's just kind of the perfect size and shape to just slip right into whatever bag you have. I love it. You guys know that I have forever loved my Hourglass Arch Brow in platinum, but I think it's getting discontinued. So that's like very worrisome to me, and I'm glad that I found this. They sent it to me. It's the Merit Brow 1990. This is the shade Taupe. I wish the product itself was a bit bigger, like the pencil, but I understand, you know, Merit's very like a natural, clean girl makeup vibe brand. But I do really like this for natural looking brows. So I just literally go in and fill in the areas that I want filled in. This is way more for like little hair strokes, but to fill in the brow completely, do not recommend using this. I do like this for a more natural brow. We're gonna go for a more natural look today, so that's why I'm using this. But I do really like this shade, taupe. And that's one thing that I loved about my Hourglass Arch Brow. I still do, I have 2 backups, but I like that it wasn't warm. Like the brow pencil color isn't too warm for my eyebrows. My eyebrows are not warm undertoned at all. So then when I go in with a warm undertoned brow pencil, it just looks silly. But I like this brow pencil because it only takes a little bit of pressure to actually get some pigmentation. And usually ones that are this small and precise, they're waxy, and this is not waxy. It actually gives you something. This is from Billion Dollar Brow, and this is the Billion Dollar Brow Lift. I really like this brow gel. I love the tiny little guy here, the little spoolie. I feel like this is a good alternative if you can't get your hands on the Rare Beauty brow gel. This is a great alternative. It has a little less hold. And I feel like the Rare Beauty one, like as it gets older, which I've already gone through a whole one, it starts getting a little bit like, it'll give you white flakes, which really sucks as the product gets a little bit older. This one does not. It has a little bit less hold, like I said, and it has a little more work time. I really like that. I like that I have control, and I like that it lasts. It's not too pomadey. It's not too hairspray gel-y. I really love it. Now this favorite, honestly, it's gonna come as a surprise to you because it's a surprise to me. It is the Natasha Denona Retro Glam palette. I love this for honestly 1 shade only. I love this palette for really 1 shade and 1 shade only. It is the shade Flutter. Okay, this is so glittery and girly. I love it so much. And I know this is more of like a spring summer palette, but this looks like a gloss on the lids. I have to show you. I have to show you this. Just apply the 1 shade and show you how much I love just this 1 shade. Just 1 little shade here. No other eyeshadows or anything on my lids. And then I would just apply mascara and go. And I'm telling you, like, look at that. It's so girly and glittery and shimmery and pretty. Like, what? Love it. And it looks like a gloss, like in some lighting, and the more you press the pigments into your eyelid skin, the glossier it gets. So that shimmer really gets pressed in. Like, see, the more I press it, the more glossy it gets. Get out of town. Get out of town. Leave town. Next favorite is a rediscovered love. It is the Hourglass Unlocked Instant Extensions Mascara. And I love this because it's tubing, it's glossy, it's... What the heck just happened? Okay, the actual like thing came off. So it's glossy, it's deep black, but I really liked with using Flutter, something like this, like a tubing mascara that gives me more length than anything, just because it looks just like so girly feminine. And I forgot how much I love this mascara for length and separation. And since I've been using the Olaplex lash serum, like my lashes are so long that I don't feel like I need to cake on mascara like I normally would. If you like a lot of mascara, you like a lot of mascara, and there's nothing wrong with that. Don't let the haters get you down. Let the haters hate. But this mascara just gives me such a beautiful length and separation. I just do the 1 coat. And this is a mascara that if you get it on your lids or anything, it just flakes off once you let it dry down a little bit. I love this mascara for that fairy-like look. Do you know what I mean? Like very beautiful fairy-like. We're in the forest. Fairy-like. Coffee, please, yes. The YSL All Hours Hyper Bronze. This is the shade 04. Listen, when you think that a bronzer is just a bronzer, use this bronzer. That's all I have to say. I am rarely blown away by bronzers, and usually the ones I'm blown away by are cream ones. But if you want a little extra, you know, a little extra bronze than that in Beauty has, which I really like just how my face looks right now, but I also like layering with the YSL All Hours Hyper Bronzer. Like, what? Just a nice little sweep. I'm using an Ibiza M7 brush, which is very lightweight, and I'm just gonna bronze up where the sun would hit. Do you see the difference? Just a couple of sweeps with that bronzer there. And it's also beautiful as eyeshadow. Like, you could sweep that in the lids. There is something different about this bronzer. It's matte, but it doesn't make your skin look dry. And the shade 04, if you're an NC15 to NC20, I feel like it's perfect. I love the warmth in it. It's not too orange, it's not too red. It's just a really good bronze shade. In Beauty Sun Balm SPF 30 in Latte Lip Liner, the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in Wherever Walnut. Everything's pretty like warm and peachy, and this just kind of makes everything a little bit softer. I'm gonna show you what this looks like all by itself, all over the lip, because I do like that. So this is Wherever Walnut all by itself, and I have a pimple on my lip that's like the exact color of Wherever Walnut. Well, okay, this is Makeup Forever Wherever Walnut. Imagine the pimple not being there. All right, this is way more pigmented than I thought it was when I got this in the mail. I was like, oh, this is gonna be like a sheer lip pen. It's not. Very pigmented. Like, this with Wherever Walnut is so gorgeous. So this is not something to just like bring to the outdoors and be like da 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 da. Like, you need a mirror to apply this. It's just not the product I thought it was. It's not their lip glazes. This is definitely a full pigmented product, perfectly angled so you can get your lips like perfectly. In a pinch, I guess you wouldn't have to use a mirror if you want to really like guide yourself. But yes, Wherever Walnut and Latte together. Ooh, girl. Also, I love this brush. This is the Ibiza CX8. It's like one of those with the metal bristles, and it feels so good. It's for detangling and everything, but I feel like it releases so much tension. Oh, so good. I'll link this too. Oh, whoops. What is this? A Mr. Howard Gregory? A Mr. Howard Gregory? You guys are members. You've already met Howard, and if you follow me on Instagram, you've already met Howard at I'm Mallory Brooke. Look at beautiful Howard. Such a fave. I love you. Yeah, he's such a good boy. You guys know that I love the YSL Libre perfume. Well, they came out with a version called YSL Libre Flowers and Flames. It's YSL Libre, but like darkened. It has depth now, and it's like very fall. And I don't want to spray Howard. Oh my God, and a little bit goes a long way. Oh my God. It smells so good. This is definitely a favorite right now. A fall favorite for sure. Oh, it smells so good. So if you like Libre, imagine it just a little deeper, muskier, warmer. Let me know in the comments what you've been loving lately and why. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next one. Say bye, Howard. Bye, and like and subscribe.
All right.